So I did something stupid the other day. I registered an account on Twitter or X, how you call it. I was so excited because it was a new playground for me. Most of my peers told me that if you go to Twitter or X, I'm just gonna call it Twitter, okay? I'm gonna call it X. It's Twitter at the end of the day, or Twitter. Anyway, so most of my peers told me to go to Twitter because people like me, entrepreneurs, are hanging out there. So it's easier for me to make new connections, to network, get gigs, stuff like that. I said, okay, cool, why not? So I went to Twitter, registered an account, and I started playing around with it. And oh my God, is there anybody on the internet who is real? It was a bot farm. It was a bot farm full of bots. Every single person I tried to interact with was a bot. Yes, a robot. It was fake comments, definitely fake followers all over the place, fake accounts, 100%. And I was thinking, especially when I tried to follow these big boys like Alex Hormozy and stuff like that, I was thinking maybe their followers are not bots. Like myself, I'm following the guy because he's made it. I try to learn from him. So, yeah, probably his team is behind his accounts, which is 100% sure, because the man doesn't have 50 hours a day to check out 50 different social medias and then do the rest of his things. I thought at least people who comment are real, so I can network with them. No, couldn't be further from the truth. If you go to any of Alex Homos's social medias, let's say Facebook, for instance, and any of his posts has hundreds or thousands of comments and likes and whatnot. If you check out the comments, every single one of them is not every single one of them, but 99% of them are generic comments or people trying to show off and advertise themselves using him as a piggyback. So I thought to myself, okay, that's just one example. Let's go to a smaller creator and let's try to hang out there. So I checked out a smaller creator on Twitter, and I found the same thing. One of the creators I found, if I can find his posts, I'm going to shove it on the screen. He bragged about the amount of times he posted. He said, I posted 50,000 times, 50K times on Twitter. What are you doing with your life? Something like that. That was his post. So he was bragging about the amount of times that he posted, and that's why he has so many followers. And I said to myself, okay, do you know what? Let's do this. Then I left a comment. I said, dude, do you have time to poop or something like that? Because 50,000 times posting during a day, short period of time, that means you literally live your life on Twitter. No response. Obviously, no response, 100% no response. But everybody else under the comments, they were like, yeah, amazing job. Speed is not your enemy. It was generic shit, right? So I'm thinking, okay, this is my take. This is my hot take. Okay, I'm thinking, can we just call it media going forward, not social media, because it has nothing to do with socializing anymore. Back in the day, and I'm not trying to be the unk here, right? But still, back in the day, if you went to Facebook, it was fun because obviously only people hanged out, right? So if you read a comment, you didn't get much, but if you read a comment about something that you posted, it was most definitely somebody who cared. Not cared positively most of the time, which is obvious, right? But at least you knew that that's a human behind something. So right now, if I'm posting something on any of my pages, I know, 100% sure, I know. I'm not getting so many comments or responses, but I know 100% sure that if anybody comments on that, most of the people that commenting, they are going to be bots. People just generically shoving something there. But back in the day, you could knew that if somebody was commenting or if somebody was interacting with you, it was the person behind the project. Oh, sorry, it was the person behind the profile. So you could start projects with the person. You can actually start talking to each other and networking. Now it's impossible. Now it's all about DMs and stuff like that. And again, DMs as well. I, I'm sick and tired of these stupid posts where somebody says, "Hey, I just discovered how to make so and so much money with YouTube cash cow videos or faceless channels." Okay, so that's basically the epitome of someone's business idea. You don't have to do anything. There's a secret sauce. Press a button, and you don't have to show your face, or you don't have to have any sort of expertise. And here's a fake screenshot of $10,000 a day, right? And then that person says, "But I'm not going to give you the whole thing now, because usually I charge thousands and thousands of dollars, but just for the next 48 hours, it's free if you share or retweet this, whatever, and then comment YouTube or YT. I will send it to you in a DM." And guess what happens? It's somebody's chatbot. So if somebody actually comments that, it triggers an algorithm or whatever it does, funny things, and then sends them a PDF that, okay, you know what I'm talking about, okay? And then you know what happens after that? Okay, I'll tell you, just because I'm such a nice guy. So these people, okay, who have no expertise, obviously low on money, believe everything is real and they don't want to work, they receive a PDF or a 30-minute video or a mini course that tells them the basics. Literally, something like how to start a YouTube channel, how to create your logo, how to create your channel art, stuff like that. And then when it comes to the big stuff, okay, they go, but if you pay me $29.99, I'm going to give you the full course. They might show you a little bit, but obviously that's not enough. It's enough for you to start, but since you already started your channel and stuff like that, if you already built something, you're not going to leave it there, right? That's basic human psychology. Once we start something, we put some effort into it. So obviously we want to finish it. We have that urge to finish it. And that's when you fork out $29.99 because it's cheap money. You say, fair enough, $29.99. I have $29.99. That's okay if that's the secret sauce. And then you pay for a generic YouTube course that somebody actually created or bought, or I don't know, maybe AI created it because they are so sophisticated nowadays. And imagine that this person, going back to the beginning, this person just tells the bot to, hey, this is the post, these are the screenshots, post it 5 times a day, and then when somebody um, comments YouTube or YT or whatever, just send them this shit. Okay, they go to an email list, so you have to register an email or whatever. So at least they're building a list as well, which is smart. But who do you want on your list? Stupid people? Of course, yes, 100%, because everybody has 29 bucks. Now imagine they do this every single day, I don't know, 100 times a month, and then they get at least 100 people who pay them this amount of money every single week, whatever. So they make like 400 times 29.99. You do the math, I'll put it on the screen. And that's how much they make with a bot. Of course it's worth it. 100% worth it for a youngster, for somebody 18, 19, 20 years old. This is the kind of shit that Iman Gadzhi teaches you. Yeah, Iman Gadzhi or Iman Gaji, whatever you want to call him. This is the kind of shit that his team and his peers are teaching. Yeah, this is called scam. Yeah, and at the end of the day, I don't care. To be honest, I don't care because I'm not on these platforms. So don't even try to find my profile on Twitter because I don't feel okay. I don't feel good in that environment anymore. It only took me 2 days. How fun is that? But still, that's why I deleted all social media slowly but surely. I used to have Instagram. Nah, gone. I don't have a Facebook app on my phone as well because I'm not interested, 100% not interested. I used to use Facebook on my computer because I still have to have a profile due to the fact that, and here's the funny thing, my kids go to school and they have a separate Facebook group where the parents hang out with the teachers. So that's where we get notifications of what's happening, what's going on. So I have to have a Facebook account for that as a father. Could you believe that? Yes. Oh my days. And I usually check that out on my computer, so I don't have that on my phone. How should I put it nicely so I'm not hurting anyone's feelings? But the only platform that I found that is still somewhat real is YouTube because here you can't fake it. So yes, you can fake a channel and you can fake what you're saying and stuff like that. So you can still implement AI at some point, at some extent, but you still need to put in the effort. So it's not just like telling a bot to write something on Twitter and that's it. Hasta luego, bye bye. No, here you have to come here, record something, upload something. I would say somewhat somewhat normal. The situation here on YouTube is somewhat normal. The other platform is TikTok. Unfortunately, TikTok. Yes, I know, I know. But still, there you have to be a human. You have to show your face. I know there are just these AI generated beautiful girls dancing all across the screen and then asking you for Bitcoin because they're stuck in an airport. Yeah, I know. But still, there, if you want to build an audience, and this is my final thought: audience. That's why, yeah, that's why I started this video about audience. Yeah, that's it. So, if you want to build an audience, you have to show some skin. You have to show your face, if you know what I mean, and you have to show some expertise, or you have to be at least somewhat entertaining on TikTok or here on YouTube. Other than that, on Facebook, Twitter, so all these text-based platforms, you don't even have to be there anymore. And the problem is, and this is where audience comes into play, your audience don't even have to be there anymore. So what happens is you tell a bot to create these amazing contents and write your blog posts and stuff like that, bloggers again, and put the links in and shit like that, and then the chatbot does whatever magic it does. But on the other end, that's another bot responding to that, because then people just simply say, hey, do you know what? Just like and subscribe and follow all the big entrepreneurs and just put generic comments under their posts. And then the entrepreneur comes in with their bot. Do you know what I mean? So it's basically two bots interconnecting, and on the other end, two humans think, okay, everything's working out for me. I have 50,000 subscribers. I'm good. And then you're like that little girl. Of all places, it was on TikTok. She was a TikTok star, I think. That was this girl, this beautiful young lady, who had a couple of million followers, and then she started this meet and greet event, and nobody came. Nobody. I'm going to put it on the screen. It was just amazing. So then imagine that all these big creators, these big boys, these dudes and girls as well, having 50,000, 100,000, 500,000 followers, so much engagement, so beautiful. The platform pays them a couple of $1,000s a month for these engagements and likes and shit, man. And then when they want to meet these people, when they want to start an event, nobody turns up because it's all bots, baby, and that's why. So that's why I'm happy when I upload any of the videos, or I write something and people genuinely react to it. So nowadays, what happens is, and here's a little trick which I'm going to give you, and I'll leave you with that. If I check out the comments on somebody's posts, or even on my posts, and if a comment starts with a small letter, so it's not capitalized, I know it's real. Yeah. And even if I'm reading someone's comment, if I don't see a grammar mistake, I know it's not real. I assume, at least I assume it's not real. Yeah, that's where we are now. So imagine that you have to be grammatically incorrect, and you have to use bad English and bad writing manners in order to look real. That's the kind of world we live in now. How sad is that? Long story cut very, very short. I think it's going to be counterproductive. At some point, these big boys who use bots and huge teams will have to definitely have to come to a conclusion where they will have to realize as well that it's bots watching and bots reacting. So they have to change their ways again. In my point of view, my professional and personal opinion, uh, the internet is dead. By 2030 or maybe 2035, the internet is going to be full of bots and robots and AI, and no humans, literally no humans left. 100%. That's how I feel about it. That's my unpopular opinion. So we have at least 5, 10 years, and with 10, I think I said too much. Um, 10 years, maybe 10, we have before the internet totally dies. So we're going to use internet, from my point of view, we're going to use internet only for sending messages, just like we do today. We use things like WhatsApp, Viber, Messenger, Telegram, things like that. That's what we're going to use the Instagram for. Instagram, sorry, the internet for. Nothing else. Reason being is because watchable media, okay, can be generated by AI now. So we have amazing videos that you nowadays. I'm just saying, you cannot tell whether that's real or not For people like yourself, for example, who've seen it all, you might be able to tell. But for somebody to create a fake life on Instagram, for example, you can totally do that with AI, sitting in your bed or in your sofa doing nothing. You can easily create the best holiday photos, create video, stuff like that. So from my point of view, there will be a point when people like myself and like you, users of these social media platforms, will know 100% sure that what we are seeing is not real. Back in the day, you could still tell, yeah, that's a filter. She has a spotty face. Of course, she's not that beautiful. Cool, fair enough. Nowadays, that's the norm. So you could spot a couple of people who used filters. Now everybody's using filters. So the next step is now everybody's going to use AI. So even people who don't have hair or stuff like that, they'll be like, oh, let's put some hair on it. Like, with Nano Banana 2 or 3 or whatever that's going to come out very soon. So got short. I think social media is dead. It's already dead. That's my unpopular opinion, at least. So that's why we have a comment section. Okay, tell your bots to start commenting in the comment section. I'm watching your comments, by the way. I respond to every single one of them. I can see if it's a bot or not now. I have seasoned eyes for that. But that's it. That's it from me. So yeah, that's how I look at it. What does that mean for marketers? I'm not trying to say that that's the end of the world. It's definitely not the end of the world. There will be certain groups where people like you and me will hang out, because I'm sure that you can agree that all people like yourself who have something up here and an intention to make the world better, we will always find a way to hang out somewhere and interconnect and network. I want to see face-to-face networking coming back. I really want to see. I really want to see those events back in the day and on Facebook where you invited someone to a real life event and they had to RSVP that they are going to a physical event. And now we RSVP to digital events. Now, I want to see that coming back. And here's my proposal. If you've seen this video and if you've come so far, I want you to leave a comment to prove that you're a human. I want you to leave a comment. Say something, anything. You know what? You can even say the contrary of what I'm thinking. You don't have to agree with me. Or don't even agree with me. I want to hear your personal human opinion. Go ahead, leave a comment. And once you did, I'm going to respond to every single comment. Watch this video next because YouTube thinks this is something that you might love um, based on your watch history. Other than that, here's the link to subscribe, leave a comment, and I see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being a human. Cheers. Thanks a lot. That's the kind of world we live in. I have to thank you for being a human. Oh my days. What are we living at? Okay, let's stop this. See you. Take care.